What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Money Monday. It's August 4th. It's the start of a brand new month in the stock market. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. You're starting the week off out on the right foot. Currently, right now, we got MXC starting to perk up and power hour. There's 40 minutes left in the trading day. This thing's been struggling up at 17 all day. Now that we're reaching the end of the day, maybe MXC starts breaking up through that 17 and starts pushing to 18, 19, maybe even 20 bucks. So far, MXC had a good move today. ARQQ had a nice couple pops today. Super light on volume, but the opportunity on ARQQ from 1850 rips up to 22. Then it comes back down to 1950 again and rips all the way up to 2250. Comes down here to 2050 and pops up to 22. Multiple opportunities on ARQQ. These light volume traded stocks, there are opportunity on these names. You just have to be very cautious with your size, and you just can't market order in and out on plays like this. ARQQ total on the day, there's 40 minutes left in the trading day. 6.5 hours in a trading day. ARQQ only has just over 1 million in volume. But 3 solid opportunities on ARQQ. 1850 to 22. What is that? A $4.50 rip. 1850, 19, 20, 21, 22. $3.50 rip right there. 1950 up to 2250. That's a $3 rip. And from 2050 to 22, what is that? $1.50 rip? Excuse me. So 3 opportunities, total of what? $7.50 total. This is ripped up to the upside. Beautiful opportunity on ARQQ. I took a trade on ARQQ. I had the right idea. I just got tired of holding onto it. This had a good morning rip right here. And when it pulled back down below VWAP, I got an idea of what it was doing. So I entered in on it. And from 10:20 all the way up until 12:30, so 2 hours, this thing just went sideways. I just got tired of holding on to it. We were going into lunch hours, so I cut it for a very minimal loss. The one I made most of my money on was MXC. Trading just the basic range on MXC. Right here. Picked up 2,000 shares of MXC, made $1,200 on it, but things got a little choppy today. Today was a bit hard to trade. You had to be very picky and selective in what you traded. Total on the day, I'm up just over $1,200. So starting today off, BMRA, let's talk about that. BMRA this morning, it was pulling back to that $6. This thing was looking really good. It was a stock that was recently in play. Let me pull up the chart here. BMRA was recently in play Friday, and today it Monday going into the open, you could see it clear as day. It was up near that 650 high, and it was pulling back down to that $6. So my thinking that this was going to pull back, gear up at that 6, and then rifle up to that 650s, test it and maybe it'll blow through it finally and get a good run. But this thing just stalled out and sold down to 586. I cut out of this one, sold it for a $500 loss to start the day. But then we had, what was it, XENE pop up. And I've traded this a few times. XENE. This had really good range on it. This isn't a type of stock you get in and it has that explosiveness to the upside. This morning, when it was pulling back and popping up, pulling back and popping up, I was up 1,000 on it, and then I gave some back, and then I said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not gonna overstay my welcome on this, overtrade it, and then I went into sit on my hands mode. Then come around 11, that's when MXC popped up, getting a good rip from 1150 up to 16, and it just kept pulling back and popping up, pulling back and popping up. So I quickly recognized that and said, hey, this has got good range. Jumped in, made a quick 1,200, and the rest of the day I've been sitting on my hands just watching. Always try to secure the bag, guys, always. And it's a beginning of a new month as well, as the title of this video. MXC, this may start running up and trying to break that 17. Next area they're going to try running it to is that $20. But for me, with the half hour left before the close, I'm perfectly content and happy with making $1,200 to start the week. As I preach and teach you guys, secure the bag. And how do you secure the bag? You hit the red X on your broker and you close it up to secure that bag. That way you don't force trades or you don't over trade. There was a lot of false breakouts today. There was. And you got to take note of that. So let's look at the SPY real quick. The SPY today, now look at this. Morning sell-off on it and all-day consolidation. So the market's been weak across the board. This thing right here, this is my high versus low scanner. So this is telling me percentage-wise how many stocks are making new lows and new highs. So today we got 71% of stocks today are making new lows, while only 28% of stocks are making new highs. I got to pay attention to what this market is telling me and react to what I'm seeing. Majority of stocks are pushing down and making new lows on the day, just like the SPY. So let me put this back over here. And all the stocks that have been pushing down today, ATER, pushing down, having one nice little pop on it, and then back down it goes. We had JSPR on the gap scanner this morning. Gaps up, nothing happens, just fading off the whole day. DATS, this was a stock that was recently in play. This stock was setting up, popping up a little bit in the morning, but ultimately fell back down below that VWAP and faded out. GoGo, this was a popular name the last few days. All right here, every day giving good opportunity. Now today, just fading out and selling off. Let's go back to that MXC real quick. That's the number one stock going into the close here. So what did you guys trade today? What stocks did you have on your radar? I know this morning everybody was talking about Tesla, TSLA. Tesla put out good earnings, but it was gapping up near a big resistance area at 800. I knew 800 was going to be a real tough area for Tesla. It was gapping up too much. This was more of buy the rumor, sell the news type of play. So Tesla failed to break up higher in the morning. Everybody gives up on it, and it just sells off the whole day. But this may not be done yet. It's just getting a good pullback. So Tesla, this could be good for swing trading, options trading. It's up to you. But for me, these higher price stocks like this, I don't really pay attention to because they're just too expensive. And I personally don't trade options. Options are just not for me. I like my small cap, low float stocks. That's where I consistently make my money. So MXC still lollygagging at that 17. Man, they sure are teasing this thing. If this thing doesn't get going here, people are going to start giving up on it, and this thing can dump down. Look at how quickly, right here, this thing was dumping down. It would grind up from 12 up to 16, and in one candle, from 16 all the way down to 13.50. A $2.50 death candle. Grinds back up to the high, grinds down, grinds back up to the high. 16.50 flushes down to 14.50. That's a $2 death candle right there. Who knows? This could just up and get that momentum and just start exploding to the upside. Frank S. locking in $390 for the day. Good job, Frank. That's what I'm talking about, man. Good start to the week. Good start to the week, dude. And it's only Monday. $390. That's nothing to shake a stick at. Most Americans in the United States have to work a whole week at McDonald's to make that, you know? You made that in one trading day, in a couple hours. Hulk Driver, good luck power hour. I'm up $134. Gonna lock it in. Got some big business to work on. Nothing to be ashamed of. Locking in profit, guys, no matter how much it is. Green is green. That's what it all falls down to at the end of the day. If you can consistently show up and pull green out of the market every day, that's what leads into being a consistently profitable trader. So good job starting off Monday and starting the week. Monday is like, you always want to start off on the right foot on a Monday, because that's going to help dictate your whole week. I'd much rather start off Monday in the green than be in the red. And then the rest of the week, I'm crawling myself out of a hole. MXC pushing up to 1750 new high. This is what we call a nano float too. The float on this bad boy is only 1 million. Traded ARQQ today. A lot of people forgot about it and had good setup and morning rip. Nice job, Habib. That's what it's all about. You've seen good opportunity on ARQQ, and we've been tracking ARQQ all of September. This thing showed us and proved to us time and time and time and time again that it loves to pop and rip. And ARQQ still performing. I mean, these are nice rips. How can you just overlook these rips? These are beautiful. To me, that's opportunity. This stock's ripping up $2-3 a share in 5 10 minutes, pick up 1,000 shares of this type of stock like that, it rips up $2. That's $2,000 in your pocket. That's phenomenal. Let's see what happens here with AMXC. This thing, it could go either way, guys. I'd say buying up at this high is pretty stupid because it could easily slam down $1.50 back to 16. But then this thing could also get that euphoric explosion up to 20. So I don't know. I wouldn't be buying MXC up this high. I know a lot of people probably been struggling in this market recently because this really hasn't been a breakout market. This market's been a kind of a range bound type of market. So great job to you guys in the Discord here, being super cautious, getting into defensive mode. And you survived September. A lot of people lost a lot of money in September. There's that push on MXC up to 18. Now watch this thing. If it can break over 18, it'll start skipping up. Like I said, though, chasing MXC up this high, though, is stupid. It just ran from 1550 all the way up to 18. This is the only stock that's popping off right now. We also had a good bounce today on CEI. Oops. This morning in the pre-market prep, we were talking about CEI. We were 10 cents shy from our 375 call out. Always said the best thing that will happen with CEI is a bounce. That's it. So treat it like a bounce. The pump on this thing is over with for now. It's in the middle of a downtrend. This thing's about to free fall back down to 3. But don't get discouraged with the market pulling back like this. Remember, these are healthy. These corrections and these pullbacks, these are healthy. These are what lead to great days in the future. Market's red and we're still pulling green out of the stock market. That's the beautiful thing with day trading. We got about 20 minutes left before this close. MXC's running up to that 18. We got XENE pulling back down to 29. This has been struggling at $30 all day. So just play the range back and forth. From 28 up to 30, that's a nice $2 range back and forth. DATS. I wouldn't completely write this off yet. It's been red 4 days in a row. This could run all the way back up to 14. Over 14, run to 15, 16. We could see a nice little bounce on this. Draw a trend line on it, connecting all of the lower highs. Let me go back to MXC. Slap a trend line on this too. Actually, I'll put it here on the 3-minute. If MXC breaks that trend line, it's over with. Everybody's going to dump it. What was it? On Friday? PALT? I bet a lot of people got destroyed on PALT. Friday in the Discord, we were doing the live stream trading on Fridays. We were watching PALT, and we were warning left and right, stay away from this stock. It's way overcrowded. This stock went from 1330, had a death candle, all the way down to 1150. That's about a $2 death candle. How would you have liked to been in something like that? That's not fun. Now PALT's fading all the way back out. It was up at its trendline resistance when it had that huge death candle. That's the thing. I try to stay far, far away from them overcrowded stocks. You have a lot of those gurus out there that preach and tell everybody you want to focus on stocks that have a lot of volume. I don't look at it like that. I stay away from stocks that have a lot of volume because you just have too many personalities and trading strategies in on that one stock. It just leads to randomness. A lot of energy stocks today were popping off. Energy stocks. But it's still early in the month, and we need to be very observant at the beginning of a new month, guys. What do we see over and over again? You need to have an open mind and be very observant at the beginning of a new month to pick up on any new patterns, new trends. What are you seeing? So that's a practice that I like to get into and use at the beginning of new months. Currently, right now, this is only the second trading day of October. So it's still a new month. We got 4 full weeks of October trading. So this week, I'm still going to be open-minded, observant, and cautious until I pick up on anything I start to see over and over and over again. Currently, right now, I've seen a lot of range-bound type plays. That's what I've noticed today. A lot of range. As we were also saying this morning in the Discord, a lot of people got their butts handed to them in September. Over trading, overstaying their welcome, getting greedy, blowing up accounts. Nice. Looks like we got Cupcake locking in almost $200 today. That's a good start to the week. There's nothing wrong with that. $200, that's a solid gain. Even $400. Frank, be proud of those profits, guys, because remember, like I always tell you guys, most people consistently lose money in the stock market. They consistently lose money. And with the markets right now all red across the board, and you're pulling grain out of the market, that's a job well done. People are losing money with the SPY. and you guys are pulling green out of the stock market. That's now a skill that you've acquired, and you'll have this skill for the rest of your life. We warned this morning in the pre-market prep that things were probably going to be a bit shaky because the gap scanners weren't really looking that great. Futures were gapping down a little bit. We're coming off of a weekend. It's the beginning of a new month. You just had to be very, very picky what you traded today. For real. SPWR. This had a good day Friday. And then today it's just been getting drilled down. But this could have a nice little bounce on it. Back up to 24, 24.50. This is more of like a swing trading type stock. My specialty is making $300-400 a day for 5 straight, then having a negative $1,200 day and return to go. There goes MXC. That's going to be a battle every trader is going to go through when they're brand new. They're going to give back more than what they usually make. It's just all comes from stubbornness. You don't want to accept defeat because nobody likes to lose. Nobody. So if you wake up early and you show up and you take about an hour, 2 hours to make your morning watch list, draw out all your lines, you're putting all this work in, and then you place a trade and you lose money, then you tell to yourself, I just woke up early, spent 2 hours pre-market putting together a watch list, drawing out my lines. I didn't do all that to take a red day or a red trade. So you feel like you've wasted your time and you don't want to accept it. So what do? You try making it back. You average down. Some people don't average down, but over trading is a killer. If you're down and you don't reduce your size at all, or you're not strategic about it, you get sloppy with your trading, you're chasing after setups and stocks, you just dig your P&L down lower and lower and lower. I've went through it, trust me. I've been there, done that. Your first 2 years, guys, it's going to be the hardest, but your first 2 years, it's going to develop you into the trader you become. All I can say, keep your size small your first 2 years. Just put your head down and keep showing up, putting that screen time in, getting that experience in, and do not quit. Do not quit, I'm telling you. It'll pay off down the road. As I say, it pays off in dividends. It really does. You got to go through so many personal battles with yourself to achieve success. There goes CEI starting to free fall. That stock's going to get driven down. INDI starting to perk up a little bit, but I'm going to write this one off. This one's done. I'm still going to keep my eyes on ATER going forward. I don't think that this is done just yet. I still think there is some opportunity left on this. We could see some good bounces on this bad boy. And then heck, ARQQ, obviously, this thing's still performing. Beautiful opportunities on this today. Good job to you guys attacking it this morning. From 1850 to 2150, that's a nice $3 rip right out of the open. That's why I love these low float stocks, guys. They just offer insane opportunity. Markets can be complete crap, and you'll see all kinds of low float stocks pop up and run. There goes XENE. $28.50 to $30.50. Nice $2 push. What stock is that, Cupcake? Oh, well, look at you, Aba. Was ready for ARQQ pop today. Back on Friday, October 1st, you said ARQQ can be a good one next week. Keep it on the back burner for a push over trend line and 20. Can rip up a couple dollars over 20. Look at you, dude. It's awesome. Now you're starting to get it and see it. Phenomenal work. And it just goes to show a stock necessarily doesn't need to have 5-10 million in volume to trade it. You just have to you have to know what you're doing, is what I'll say. So LCID. Yeah, this is in a pretty steep downtrend. From 28.25, the high. I mean, this thing's getting drilled down. To 24. Until it breaks over that trend line, I would just leave it alone. It's got to break over this trend line, then pull back, gear up. LCID is more of like swing trading type stock. Screen time really pays off, Mr. Wolf. It sure does. The problem is nobody wants to do it. They want to make up excuses. I gotta work. I have kids. It's called sacrifice, man. How badly do you want it? Reminds me of a little story. I had a buddy, a close buddy of mine that I recently worked with. He works the daytime in the freight business, and at 9:30, 10:30, it's super busy where he's working. So he can't put the screen time in and focus. So I said, dude, you're better off probably swing trading. It's a lot more work. But based around what your schedule is, that's probably your go-to for right now. But he goes, no, I want to be a day trader, man. I want to day trade. But our terminal operated 24/7, so he could easily switch over to the night shift if he wanted, or the afternoon shift. And I told him, I said, well, if you really want this, switch over to that night shift, man. You gotta sacrifice something. That way you're available during the day and you can just sit in the market and watch these stocks and just work the night shift. This LCID, though, this may be a good one down the road. Who knows, you might wake up to a nice gap up. XENE, still getting a good push up to 31 and over 31. You got MXC, still hanging out up at those highs. Still hanging out. So the big thing is, when new people come up in here, I see a lot of them, they want things now. They want to start making money as quickly as possible, so they blow through all of the content and they just try to absorb it as quickly as possible because they want to make money now. I just see so many people come and go in this game, guys. I do. And the one thing I tell you guys, if you guys just trust in the process and just listen to what I teach you and allow time to absorb all of this stuff and get that experience in, you do have an opportunity and a chance at this. Because personally, I honestly don't care if any of you that come in here brand new make it. That's your future. I've already made it. So me doing this, I'm helping you out. I'm being kind enough to show you my knowledge and give people that opportunity to learn, because I do want people to learn and do this and be your own boss, because I do it. It's a beautiful thing. I would want other people to witness it and do it as well. But if you're just going to come in and have that attitude, I'm going to learn this as quickly as possible, I'm not going to listen to what you're preaching and saying, then just don't waste my time or other people's time. Because I've had a lot of people come into this Discord and they listen to what I say, what I teach. They show up every day. They get that experience under their belt. And honestly, over the course of time, they slowly start to realize and see, hey, you know what? Mr. Wolf's right. I do see the potential in this. He is right when he says you can do this successfully and consistently just by the practices that I preach and teach every single day. My main focus and goal is consistency. If I can consistently show up and pull green out of the market, I did my job. You'll never see me come in here and say, hey guys, we got a home run trade coming up. Go all in on this super low float stock. It's a high risk, high reward. But if we hit on this, we'll be good for the year. You ain't gonna see me talk like that. I show up every day and I just focus on making profit, closing green. Doesn't matter how much. Consistency, 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 consistency. I don't care if it's $100 a day or $1,000 a day. It adds up over time. And it's a lot safer to do it that way as well. Live to trade another day. CEI had an euphoric run, and now it's had its complacency phase for longs. It's in the exact anxiety phase, and shorts are hoping for it to come slamming down. They'll get it eventually. There's a lot of selling pressure going on CEI. $104 million float on CEI. It may get one more pop on it though, because this is pulling back very, very tightly. If it breaks that trend, that's what I'd be looking for it to break that trend line. If it can break that trend line, shorts start panicking. But until then, this is falling down hard. So it's 4 o'clock. Market's just closed. XENE getting that push up to 32 right into the close. Also, watch out for MXC after hours, guys. This thing could really start exploding. This is a nano float stock. This is the type of stock you see it's at 17 now and you walk away and you come back and it's up at $50 a share. Think I'm kidding? I'm not. Never underestimate these nano float stocks. They're insane. So, good start to the week, you guys. What a way to close Monday in the books. Our main focus and goal is to start the week green, establish ourselves, and start building from that. So if you guys were able to close out today green, congratulations. Today was a hard one, for real. So now that you guys got a base to build off of, the rest of the week you can easily manage your risk. MXC, yeah, it could be a good one tomorrow. We'll see. That's what we do here day in and day out. We keep tabs on these stocks that pop up and are in play. But all right, good start to the week, you guys. Thanks, you guys on YouTube, for joining us. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. I'm closing out the day up 1,200 profit. Good start to the week. We got 4 days left in the week. It's the beginning of the week. We have a whole week filled with opportunity. We just have to patiently wait for those opportunities.